What's up, guys? We are back today for another video, and my name is Derek Martin. I just want to start off by saying that, kind of throw that out there on who I am. I'm Derek Martin. I do fitness vlogs, and just now I figured I would do a video on my 6 tips that I personally just came up with. They're actually on my notes, just in case. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. These are on my notes. They're my 6 fitness tips. I'm just gonna start off by saying exactly what they are. Volume, diet, training schedule, legs, consistency, and make sure you're doing it for the right reason. I'm gonna try to make this video quick. So our first one on the list is volume. Volume is very important because you can work out and you can go in there and you can hit the correct movements and all that stuff. Especially if you're just a beginner, you can kind of get away with certain things. But if you want to maximize the amount of gains that you're able to make, you need to do high volume workouts. And that basically means more sets of stuff. So instead of doing 2 sets of something, you should do 4 and make sure your reps are appropriate as well. Basically just make sure you're there and make sure you really feel wiped out when you're done. Give it everything that you have, right? And the second thing would be diet. If you go and you do all that work and you put in the work for that volume training, you wipe yourself out, but you don't get yourself protein like as soon as you get home, like make chicken or eggs or any kind of meat, or at least drink a protein shake. I eat chicken and vegetables and drink a protein shake every single time I finish a workout, or eggs, just depends. So you need to make sure you get protein, your adequate intake for protein. Basically, and I also wanna say this too, I do not have a degree or anything or credentials, so you can just take this for what it is, which is what's worked for me. But that being said, diet. So if your diet is not matching your intensity as in training and stuff, which training is a fun part, you need to get that straight. Training is awesome. The part that almost, it doesn't suck, but it's harder is the diet. So protein. If you want to gain muscle, you need to be taking in 1.5 grams to 2 grams of protein per pound of your body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds, take as close you can of 300 grams of protein per day. That's hard to do, especially if it's like real food. That's hard to do. So I usually throw in a couple protein shakes in there just because it helps kind of clear out about 80 grams of that, make it a little easier on you. But yeah, that brings me to my 3rd tip. Training schedule. You have to have your training schedule on point. You have to know when you hit certain things, okay? You have to have an organized split. So for example, something that I would recommend for beginners is chest and tricep, back and bicep, legs. That is one that goes back to the very beginning of bodybuilding. That's just a staple split. It worked for me. That's what I did, and I loved it. I skipped legs a lot in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, which is actually my 4th tip. Make sure you have a put together training schedule. There's a bunch of them, so do some research on that. But that's my 4th one, is legs. If you do not train legs at the same intensity, you should train them twice a week. If you do not train legs at the same intensity that you do the rest of your body won't grow as well as it could. Because your legs have the most testosterone released when you train them out of any part in your body, okay? So if you train legs a lot and you wanna get a big chest. Say you're like, oh, you're doing a bunch of bench press, you're doing all this stuff to get a big chest, but it's not working for you. And then that's because you're probably not training legs, or at least not training them to the extent that you train the other body parts. It releases that testosterone. It literally like lets your body grow other areas that you want. So if you want big arms, it's kind of ironic. Train legs. It releases that testosterone for days after. So even like the next day, if you hit arms, your testosterone is higher because you hit legs previously and you're gonna grow faster. That brings me to my 5th tip, consistency over intensity. So I've always said that on my channel, okay? My channel slogan is stressful but successful, but only some of you OGs will remember that. But yeah, consistency over intensity, sorry. If say you go into the gym 3 times a week and you hit it hard for like an hour and a half, but you take breaks in between all that, no, that's not good. You need to be consistent. I would rather you hit 45 minutes every single day for 5 to 6 days out of the week than an hour and a half to 2 hours for 3 days a week, if that makes any sense. Because your body has to be under constant stress in order for it to adapt or build muscle. And you have to have your diet, etc. All that consistent. You have to do the same thing over and over. That's why it's hard for people, because it's a very, very repetitive thing. okay? And that being said, it takes a lot of work. That's my 6th point. Do it for the right reasons. If you do this to impress a girl or something, that's fine. That's the reason I started it. I did bodybuilding for about 3 weeks just off the motivation of trying to impress a girl or trying to look good for summer and stuff. And it worked for a little bit, but that would fade away. I found after my first 3 weeks of bodybuilding, when I first saw my initial gains, that it's really more worth it if you do it for you. You have to do it for the right reasons. And that's what I mean by that. So if you do bodybuilding to impress someone else or get the attention of someone else, that's gonna fade. It's not gonna last. I'm sorry to tell you that, it's just not gonna go anywhere. So do it for you, do it because you wanna get better, you wanna get more healthy. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that first probably month is gonna not be fun. You're not gonna enjoy it, you're gonna feel dead all the time. It's not gonna be fun. It's gonna be a whole new eating system. It's gonna be really rough, but you know what? You gotta do it, and it is absolutely worth it if you do it for you and the right reasons and stay driven. It will reward you and you'll feel better mentally. There's just so many benefits. And I try to make this video quick. I could have went on long speeches and stuff about this, but I'm just gonna cap it at that, guys. Honestly, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I'm Derek Martin, the All Natural Bodybuilder, and you can check out some more of my videos if you want. I have a lot of fun doing them, and I absolutely love hanging out with you guys and making content. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video or got anything out of it, please hit subscribe, and also my Instagram and stuff is below. So definitely go check that out. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace.